What's up, lactose enjoyers? Today is a sketch video, and well, I've already started renaming this layer called sketch. And I usually have 3 or 4 layers, so the background is already there, the sketch is already there. Then I'll make another layer called ink. There it is, and then another one called render or color or paint, whatever you may call it. I call it render here. And then I start messing around with ideas and stuff. So I see that this is not the workstation I normally use. This neither. Yep, there it is. And this is Krita, by the way. This is an open source paint software. Well, it's not Microsoft Paint. It's better than that, but yeah, it's pretty advanced. These are pretty big renders, by the way. So yeah, that's what we're going to do here. And I'm just using the worst eraser in the world right now. All right, let's see what I come up with. It's not like it's 2 in the morning right now. Okay, I go with some type of monster, maybe Venom. Okay, so this is a very ripped, very jacked Venom, as he normally is. And I'm getting the proportions right. And probably there's going to be a character like Mary Jane Watson's Scream or Shriek on the right, or there will be Black Cat on the right, because, Marvel baddies, just the baddest. And you can probably skip ahead to the point where I have this sketch locked up or locked in, but I've I've moved on to the second character, and I'm just casually sketching out the skeleton and the shape that and the pose that they're gonna have. And I have their hands on their waists, like a kind of a dominating pose, just taking up half of the screen and ruling over it, I guess. And there you go. There's our female lead character, I guess, and there's the hunk of a Venom. He still looks like a Ninja Turtle here, like a huge Ninja Turtle, and that is kind of weird, but yeah, that's what we have for now. I really surprised myself here because this like somewhat idea looked really nice when I drew it, and I have the arms crossed, but this doesn't look JoJo posing enough for me, so I just erased it. Of course, spoiler alert, I don't erase it yet. Oh, there we go. No? Okay. I'm still going in on it. But at this point, I've realized that this is not going to work. And now I'm seeing if Venom is actually looking at her. So, yeah, I'm not really good with digital software and working with a. For this kind of stuff, I'm moving around, you need a mouse. But I just had an S Pen. I have a Samsung tablet, so that's what it is. And then I just made her standing on some sort of a ledger on a building. But then where do I put Venom? Because he's also standing somewhere, so it's kind of a platform more than a ledger. Um, then I try to shape her out, but that doesn't go as planned. I mess up the hand, so I just redo or undo all of that. And then I realized that the ledger should be a part of the background, right? So it's gone, indeed. And then I realized, oh wait, there's a better eraser here. And then that makes life much, much easier. Her left leg still looks messed up. Don't worry about it. There we go. And it's gone. Now for the second idea, I have quite a bit of time to think about it. And what do I think about? Let's see. No spoilers anymore. Ahead, looking left. Okay. Oh, it's pointing left, but the okay, this is a person standing here. Oh, I messed up the right portion of the person, and then I realized, oh, I'm using the wrong eraser there. There we go. Better one, better. And then in the back, I make another monster, and he's Venom. Let's go. I'm kind of, I don't know, I'm in love with Venom or something, man. It's like I can't not draw this guy. And of course, this also looks like shit, so I try to erase it. But of course, it takes two tries, always. It is time for third one. I don't know, man. Third time's the charm, fourth time's the harm. I just saw a short film called Quit Your Job by Tom Kavanagh, and it's labeled Tom and Grant on YouTube. You should watch it, it's really cool. And then we have this kind of a divide in the page and a face that I'm working very hard on. Let's see if third time is the charm or I'm gonna be erasing this too. I'm just roughly sketching out the hair and making a few mistakes along the way. That is a step you cannot miss. Anyway, so the hair is kind of flowing down this person, and there's a mouth there. It is somewhat between an anime and live action. My art style, it's like, but when I render stuff, I do it fully. Like I don't do anime stuff while rendering. So I guess it ends up looking more live action or more realistic than stylistic. But yes, it is. And I keep the line work simple, and I keep the rendering to the max because that's how people are in the real world. Like they're not a bunch of lines; they are lighting, colors, hue, saturation values. That's what defines our vision, not just straight lines and perfect line work and ink, you know. And I just figured out there's another feature in this app, and after a bunch of tries, I have locked in on the pose and the outfit of this character. They're gonna have kind of a Gwen Stacy like shirt and a sweater on top. You could also say this is Gwen Tennyson from Ben 10, Alien Force, maybe an adult version of Gwen. I don't know. Doesn't have to be. I'm not making anything scandalous here. Um, but really, I think I'm making Mary Jane Watson from Spider-Man. And then I go to the other side. Let's see what this side unfolds and holds. Again, I told you I can't not make Venom. So this is Venom, which possesses Mary Jane Watson. And we have seen a few renditions or versions of this character. I think it's called Scream or Shriek. And that's what I'm going for here. It is going to be awesome. The line work is going to be even awesomer if I get to it and not, nuke this drawing as well, which I could do. There's no saying. Suspense. Yay. Yay. anyway, so I try to do the hair, but it doesn't quite match the vibe on the left. It's like a on the left is like a cool vibe, like what is going on over there? Peter just called me, just said my name. Hey, what's up? Or Ned just called my name. Was like, what's up? Wait, is there a Ned in normal Spider-Man lore? I need to know. And then I try to kind of move it around, not knowing that the face looks absolutely horrendous here. So, and I just nuked it. But I haven't nuked the idea. So that's something we need to see and look out for. Let's go. What am I making over here? Okay, I'm making the general pose, but I realized that that's not possible because I'm bad at art and I can't get this straight. And then I try to make this really scary, like demonic looking spider on her. And it kind of works in the starting, but I can't figure out where to put the body of the spider. And I think I figured this out in the future when I'm doing the line work. If I'm doing the line work, of course, not when. And I also had some problem here with the structure of the body. I mean, you can see that it's kind of crooked and jagged, although that is kind of non-canonical. It's not canonical. Forget that I said anything. And the left shoulder is kind of too big. I think it should be a little bit narrower. At least the trap shouldn't go overwhelm the shoulder, but it's okay. I moved on to the face now, and after getting some idea of where the eye should be, I think I've locked that down, except the left one looks a little weird. Okay, so I think the mouth here, I did a I did a good job uh doing the mouth because you see I have given it room at the back of the jaw to still open up, and so that's kind of scarier. And what I've done here is I've given her the same hairstyle and the same kind of what do you say, hairline as on the left as it is on the right. And so this looks much better, in my opinion, than the floating hair. And although Shriek does have control of her really long hair, I just want to make a really chill character, uh, kind of a Spider-Man 3, Tobey Maguire Spider-Man 3 vibe here with the reflection in the mirror. One thing I did think here is that I want to make her muscular, and so I have to make her bulky, right? And I can't do that with okay. So I added some chest muscles here, and I added some abs down at the bottom, but it's still not looking perfect. But I think sketching the teeth was very nice. It came out pretty cool, but it's not perfect, and it's not permanent. Um, so let's see what happens. To me, this face looks pretty good, but let's see what happens. Then I gave her a center line there and covered it with hair because I like that. Um, what would Gwen Stacy possessed with Venom look like? I think I can do that. I can make her Gwen Stacy. I haven't covered it in yet. Well, colored it in yet. I haven't rendered it, and I can kind of do that. That would make even more sense. And now we're on to the inking, and damn, that's a good idea. I just thought of that. Instead of making her comic book variant MJ, I can make her Gwen. That's awesome. This is awesome. I'm gonna do that. So figure out that the layer is not really at its maximum opacity, and I think I figure it out now after trying a few different tools. And there it is. Looking for opacity. There we go. That's much better. And there we go. Yes, that's my pen. I always use a calligraphy pen because, well, I like the variation, the line variation that I get with a calligraphy pen. And we're in the ink layer now, and we're just looking at how we can make her face pop. And I want to play Poppy Playtime. I don't got no time. That's wrong. I do have time. I just can't figure out a way to stop the Huggies from killing me. Anyway, I'm struggling with the eyes here a little bit. Um, it's always the eyes that give me a problem, really. And I also don't like that her reflection didn't turn out to be 100% like awesome, because it's not a one-to-one reflection. It's not how mirrors work, you know? Like, if you look at a mirror, um, something that is, say, 5 inches from the mirror will appear exactly 5 inches inside the mirror. And that's not what we get to see here. But maybe the mirror's tilted, you know? I can make the background in a way that complements that idea that the mirror is kind of tilted towards us, like maybe 1 or 2 degrees, and that makes her appear different. And here it is, the hair idea going well. Yeah, I have to admit, this looks more like a Gwen Stacy than a Mary Jane Watson. Like, what is that hair even doing? It's doing the same thing on the other side, don't worry. And then I make the clothes, the shirt, and sweater. Wait, the neck isn't complete yet. Okay. And I try to give it a few wrinkles here and there. And I gave the sweater a um round neck thingy, you know, so that it looks pretty good and realistic. And here's me giving a little bit of creases and folds to the sweater. And that looks like she has a big bicep, you know. So I'm like, no, 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 she's not in that form yet. She's kind of skinny right now. And that looks a little bit better. Except on the right, we don't see her arm. So I guess I fix that later on. Yeah, I'm fixing that right now. And I'm making a good decision doing that. Nope, that does not look good either. Um, let's see, I make the fold on her shirt and sweater. It's really like, first of all, it's not that hard to figure out. Second of all, yeah, I guess the mirror image doesn't look as bad if you think about it. If I just tilt her away, I guess. And I've made her kind of, I don't know, she looks fat from the waist down. Okay, waist down, or should I say chest down? I guess. Yes, that's better, and I should differentiate the hand. I think I'm gonna fix that the next time I touch this drawing. Wait, am I fixing it right now? What is happening? I just drew this. There's so much suspense already. Okay, I've moved on to the hair. I'm doing the hair now. Okay, hair looks good, I guess. When Stacy having long hair kind of seems weird to me. I guess I'm gonna make the hair short, and this is just not look. This doesn't look good. The hair just coming off on the sweater, so I'm just gonna make it like it was. After that, it is time for. Oh, I just don't fix it. I just don't draw the hand or the arm. I just move on to the mirror image. And I haven't fixed the posture or shape of her either. So I don't know. Turned out pretty good though. Maybe I fix it here. Making the eyes is part of the program. The left eye still looks a little bit iffy, but I think I fix it later. After that, it's time for some more eyes. The lip has to be drawn in perspective. This cheekbone just doesn't look good. This just looks like the mask of what is that character that wears a mask kind of like this? Iron Fist, I guess. Yeah, just that just doesn't look good. Then I give her kind of an eyeliner or something because it looks pretty good, but now it doesn't look good. What am I doing? Oh, oh yes, that's what happened. That looks much better. Oh my God, look at me, an artist. Um, Another feature unlocked, the same one, and there we go. One thing with calligraphy pen is that you have to. Oh wow, look at that hair. It looks less like a blade of grass than I thought it would, but it's okay. And then I take an eraser and rub the part of the eye off that is being covered by it. Oh, that looks hot. I'm sorry, Gwen, but that is just hot. Anyway, um, I make the rest of the hair using the image on the left and the silhouette of her head, and it's coming out very nice, very nice. And you can probably see that her neck here is like twice the thickness of her neck on the left, and like that is just okay. So I've that upper lip does not look good at all. That doesn't look good either to me right now. I'm not even commentating. Well, I am commentating, but I don't know what happened next. Ah, yes, I fixed the smile. I don't know why symbiotes are like always smiling. Is there is there something secretly they're happy about that we don't know? Maybe a secret. Okay, so I'm happy with the smile over here, and I give some. Oh, those touches make they make the symbiote look much happier, but the left eye still looks messed up. Oh my God, that is a neck. That is a neck. Anyway, let's see what happens next. Yeah, see that the left trapezius muscle is just too long, in my opinion. The right one, see, that looks fine. The left one, that's the problem. And I can't see it either, like this, so I mess up the collarbone as well. Oh man, this is gonna be a lot of work. Well, it's not really, but okay. I got the rest of the muscles and major stuff all right, so that's that. Now it's time for the main like spider, and here I'm actually using some um, skeletal reference to draw this. And of course, the left side looks very bulbous right now, the rib cage, but I'm gonna fix that. Okay, I promise. And then it's time for that biologically like mutated kind of diabolical looking spider. And I think I'm gonna That's not what I'm going for here. That is what I'm going for in the sketch, but um, yeah, that's just not gonna look. It doesn't look very pizzazz, you know. Um, and I'm, I'm probably gonna see that it doesn't work, and I'm gonna rub it, rub it. Yes, so see, this is the exact problem I was running into. That where's the body of the spider? It doesn't have a body, and if you think about it, the spider doesn't have a body on the venom. So I don't know why I was thinking about giving the spider a body, as in this is a Spider-Man suit, but no, it's simply a symbiote wrapping around someone's body, possessing them. But hey, it's better this way, and it kind of gives it a horror, body horror type vibe. Um, Now I'm giving her some abs. Those are some big abs, to be honest. But hold on, let him cook. Let me cook. The left side still looks a little bulbous. Um, the rib cage, and I give her muscles. The sides. That are, oh, that doesn't look good, does it? Is that what I did? Oh my god, I need to change that. That doesn't look good. Oh yeah, that's the fix. I changed the bulbous side and I fixed it. Wait, actually, that doesn't look too bad. I think the abs are too big. I should shrink the abs um horizontally. Or maybe they're all right, man. Whatever, just not whatever. This is an art form, and I try to get the body in, which looks pretty freaking bizarre. Like, no, you want a diabolical spider? That's a diabolical spider. And then I figure out that nope, I'm gonna make the body a little bit smaller. And now I have this really good place in the middle where I can do something else with color maybe, or something. And like this just looks, now her suit looks awesome. Like that is looking awesome. A few things that I need to fix is that, okay, so I'm still working on here, and I'm making the teeth, which are a big and important part of Venom, and we get to see me drawing tiny little overlapping kind of teeth here. And there's gonna be a twist here, by the way, and it's gonna come in the form of, here it is, a lower gum. Oh my god, that looks gross. That's exactly the kind of vibe I want to show. So the suit is awesome. It's muscular, it's sexy, it's hot, but the face and that just the visceral like ugliness of the symbiote is being reflected here. All right. And now I notice that hey, that eye does not look good. I gotta fix that. And I fix it. After many attempts. Oh my, that's even worse. Wait, did I roll with that? I couldn't have. No, that doesn't look half bad. That actually looks better. Yeah, that looks okay. Except I need to make the eye a little bit flatter. I made it too, inclined here. I'm just looking at it. I guess the perspective through which I'm seeing the drawing as well makes it, different because I'm looking at it, kind of. Oh, the video ended. Okay, bye. Lectures enjoyer out.